I'm making garlicky, cheesy pull apart rolls, and honestly, next day warming it up, it was even better. I'm starting with my yeast, 1 tablespoon of yeast, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 85 milliliters of warm milk. This is gonna make the yeast grow. It's gonna feed on the sugar and grow. It took me about maybe like 8 minutes, and then I'm adding 1.5 teaspoon of salt, melted butter 55 grams, and then 2 eggs. First I'm gonna beat it up in a bowl and then add it into it, and all of this is gonna mix all together. You barely have to do any elbow grease, just maybe like at the end when we're gonna roll them up. And I'm switching my handle to the bread handle. There's a name for it, I'm too lazy to learn it, but the bread handle, this is for the bread because it needs the dough. We're adding 220 grams of flour, little at a time. And at some time, if you feel like your dough is too dry, you can add a tablespoon of milk to it, just make it a little wet. Some flours are a bit drier, maybe it's older, or maybe your eggs are a little smaller, and you can use a spatula to help scrape the edges, but just keep adding a little bit and a little bit of the flour, and it should all work out. It took about 4 minutes for the dough to come together, and after the dough comes together, just keep on kneading it for another 15 minutes ish. We're just gonna activate that gluten. It's not gonna be stretchy in this stage, but it's gonna come together and it's gonna grow so much. These were so fluffy. This yeast is good. Also very important that your yeast is fresh. If your yeast is old, obviously it's not going to activate as well as fresh yeast. And sometimes I like to scrape off from the blade. I just feel like I can switch the location of the dough's rotation. But this is done. We're gonna let it rest for an hour until it doubles in size. It also depends on the temperature in your home. This is parsley. This is how much parsley I'm gonna use. I'm gonna chop it off while the dough is resting. So the resting is done. It took me about 40 minutes because I'm in Florida and it's kind of warm in here. So if it's winter or you live in a colder area, it might take even longer. One trick is people sometimes put it on the top of their fridge because the higher you put it, the warmer it is. I cut my dough in half and then 1/2 and 1/2, and I'm chopping it into equal sizes, and these individual slices are gonna be the buns. I melted 3 tablespoons of butter with the parsley, and I'm adding about 6 cloves of garlic. I make these garlics pre-made. I think I have a video of it. I just do a lot of garlic at once, just blend it all together and then add olive oil on top, and it can sit in the fridge for months. Mexican style cheese, and this is gonna be my baking dish. I'm just gonna butter the bottom and the sides real quick, and when I place these in, there has to be space in between. So taking one piece, one slice, and I'm just stretching this out, a long rectangle, pretty much like cinnamon rolls, pretty much same thing. But sometimes cinnamon rolls are rolled, the whole batch is rolled at once and then cut. I could do that, but I prefer this method. I added a little bit of my parsley butter mixture, and I'm adding a little bit of cheese, not too much, just a little bit, and I'm gently rolling it up. I did not press the cheese into the dough. I don't want to put pressure on the dough. I want it to breathe and to be able to grow. Putting in my dish, a second one, and like I said, there has to be space in between because they still gonna proof, it's gonna grow, and it's also gonna grow while it's baking, so there has to be space in between. So this is what it looked like when I was finished rolling up. See, the ones I rolled up first, they already started proofing. I let this proof for another 15 minutes. And look, beautiful. Now I'm preheating the oven to 350 and I'm going to bake this for 20 to 25 minutes until it's all golden brown and puffed up, because they are going to be a little big. With my remaining butter parsley mixture, I just put it on top, and in a bowl adding a tiny little bit of milk, like a teaspoon, and 1 egg, and I'm gonna do an egg brush with this. It's gonna make it a little bit golden brown, but not like too burned brown. If you just add the egg, it can be very, very, very dark and not appealing. It's like sometimes it just looks like it's burned and it does not taste good. So a little bit of milk will help to make it more goldeny brown than really dark brown. So into the oven we go, and here it is. They're giants. They're chunky breads, and I like to use a toothpick to poke it and see if it's still wet. It was not wet, but it was a little sticky. That's the cheese. And this is the final result. Beautiful, so tasty. I love that you can either just eat it by itself, or you can roll off pieces of it and like munch on it. Delicious. Or you can cut it in half and put some ham in it and eat it like a sandwich, because why not? But they're so good. And next day I put it into the toaster oven, warmed it up. It was even better. Like the dough absorbed the garlic flavors and it was so delicious. The inside is the best part. It's so soft, it's spongy, it's cheesy. Not too much cheese, but just perfectly enough. Such a good recipe, so fluffy, a little bit of crispy on the outside, and so easy to make, and so cheap. This whole thing costed me less than $5.